Gentlemen, welcome to the Brent031 YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be taking an up-close look at some gear from Beez combat systems. Now, the modern-day battlefield has changed significantly with the mass proliferation of things like thermal, night vision, and unmanned aerial vehicles. But the more things change, the more things stay the same. What do I mean by that? Camouflage is playing a huge factor on the modern-day battlefield. We just have to contend with different spectrums of visual detection from the enemy. What do I mean by that? Not just the Mark I eyeball detection, but we also have to deal with night vision and thermal capabilities, okay? Beez combat systems, in my opinion, is kind of leading the fight on developing gear for the individual warfighter in dealing with those threats, helping us mitigate our visual detection through those different spectrums. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment. First piece of gear I'm going to talk about is the Beez combat systems Predator Ghillie helmet cover. Now, I'm a huge proponent of having scrim, helmet covers, anything that is going to help break up that outline of the individual wearer's Kevlar, okay? And you would be absolutely amazed how just putting some scrim or some natural vegetation or artificial vegetation onto a Kevlar helmet, or even onto a boonie for that matter, how much that actually does in plussing up your concealment. It is huge, guys. Most of the time in combat, the enemy, what they're going to get presented with and what they're going to see is your head, okay? Your head, because the rest of your body is usually, if you're a trained professional, you're using proper cover and concealment, and typically speaking, your head is what ends up getting exposed because you're looking at whatever it is that the threat is, okay? So making sure our head is camouflaged properly is key. So we want to have some sort of camouflage netting or something on our Kevlar helmet. So this is a fantastic option, guys. Beez combat systems, their system revolves around this 3D cut style cami netting. And the way this material is designed and acts, it also helps reduce our thermal signature. It doesn't take on heat as much, so it has those principles with it. Is it 100% thermal camouflage, fucking, you're not gonna see anything? No, but it will play a role in helping reduce that signature, okay? So these 3D helmet covers, very simple design, guys. It's a shock cord that you yourself is gonna weave through the helmet cover, and you know, you tie it off in the end and it just goes right over your Kevlar. You just pick the one that is best representative of your particular type Kevlar that you're using, and you just goes right on top, guys. Real easy, simple, doesn't interfere with anything. You guys can see it's contoured for my MBG mount there. I also have a Surefire helmet light on the side here, and it just goes right around here. Again, it's a shock cord that's weaved around, so real simple upgrade for this helmet to help break up my visual detection of my head, breaking up that outline, right, so I'm less noticeable by the enemy. Also, on these design, they have these little cuts, as you guys can see, and you can insert these, I think they call these ghillie dreads or something like that, but you can tie them in to those individual cuts, and you could use any other artificial jute burlap. With these 3D cuts, you can insert natural vegetation. You know, the possibilities are endless, guys. Whatever you need to do to help break up your natural head silhouette, that's what you need to do, okay? So that's how you can tailor this particular cover to your helmet to help accomplish that goal. So that is the Beez combat system Predator Ghillie helmet cover. And again, it doesn't interfere with my MBGs. I can mount my MBGs just fine with that. Next piece of gear I'm going to talk about is the Beez combat systems Predator Ghillie Cobra Light. So this is essentially a Cobra Hood, and they're utilizing their 3D cut material, okay? So you guys can see that this is like a water resistant, water repellent type material. It's camouflage. This is in the ATEX IX camouflage pattern. It's got several laser cut areas that you can easily attach natural vegetation as well as artificial vegetation. It's got areas like this on the back for this grid pattern. Again, you can tie in artificial vegetation or add natural vegetation very easily. Okay. Now, the best part about this thing is this is 100%, guys, designed to accommodate your gear. So it's designed to go over your gear through a series of buckles, and it's loose fit. All right, so I'm gonna put this on here. As you guys can see, I still got my obviously got my flattened Kevlar on. It almost kind of goes on like football pads. All right, once I got that on, now y'all can see underneath my armpit area is a strap. Kind of helps secure it around your arms. Okay. And I'm gonna come over the top. Buckle this in here. Now on the tail section, there's also a waist belt. So by buckling this waist belt, it helps keep that lower section down. All right, so it's not riding up on me. All right. Now here's one of the key features. The actual hood itself is oversized. So it's oversized to accommodate your Kevlar helmet. So you guys can see how that absolutely helps break up the upper torso of my body. And you don't have that recognizable human silhouette for your head. Now, right here towards the shoulders are two areas where the hood itself can be tightened. So if I needed to tighten the hood, I'm just going to pull on those drawstrings, which will help bring it in. Okay, so you tighten it to your specific liking. Me personally, I'd probably leave this a little bit loose so that it'd be easy on and off for me. Also want to mention that on this actual hood, this Cobra Hood, they have 3D cut sections so that you can add these ghillie dreads. Okay, so not only can you put these ghillie dreads in there, but they also have thermal reducing dreads that you can buy that you can weave in there, as well as any other type of natural or artificial vegetation that you want to add. You can go ahead and add, so you can customize this thing to your specific liking. All right, so now that I have this Predator Ghillie Cobra light on, you guys can see that it does not interfere at all with any of my gear. I'm still able to access my magazines or any other web equipment that I have on this gear, okay? Whether I'm wearing load bearing equipment or a plate carrier, it's not going to interfere with it. And it's helping plus up my concealment and helping break up that very recognizable human silhouette. Next piece of gear I'm going to talk about is their Gat Wrap. So obviously a rifle is very recognizable to the human eye, especially when it's just all black. Okay, so things we can do to help mitigate that. Hey, we can paint our rifle like I've done here. Another thing we can do is we can wrap our rifle with some sort of natural or artificial vegetation to help break up its outline. Okay, so that's what Beez Combat Systems offers. It's called their Gat Wrap, and these are just a series of artificial leaves. They have 3D cuts in them, and you're just taking the shot cord that they provide you and you're just wrapping it through there or weaving it through there. And at the ends, you're going to tie off 2 loops. Okay, so all I have to do is I'm going to come up on my rifle here. I'm just going to attach it to the front sling swivel, and then I'm going to wrap it around my front forward end here, and then around the handguard. Might go around the handguard a couple times. The key things, guys, is make sure you're not interrupting any of the functioning of the weapon. Okay, what do I mean by that? Hey, your ejection port cover, your charging handle, your safety selector switch, your trigger, magazine release, stuff like that. Nothing should be interfering with that, as well as nothing should be obscuring your optics. Okay, So when you get around here in this area, be cognizant of that so you don't jack up anything. Okay? Let's see. Down here. I'm gonna wrap this around my buttstock a few times. And then to end this, I'm simply just going to take this loop that I had, and I'm just going to come over the base of the buttstock, and that's going to hold it in place. So once again, I'm going to kind of do a once over just to make sure nothing's interfering with the optics or the functioning of the weapon. Alright, I can remove the magazine, I can charge the weapon. Nothing's interfering with the bolt, injection port cover, safety selector switch, trigger. It's all functioning just fine. I'm aiming in. I don't have any of my 3D leaves interfering with my sighting system. We're good to go. So as you guys can see, I just took this weapon and added this Gat Wrap, and it just takes the weapon's concealment to a whole new level. That is the Beez Combat System Gat Wrap. Our next piece of gear I'm going to talk about is their pack covers. Now they make different size pack covers. The one I have here is for the large pack. So I got my my ruck here. It's a Crossfire ruck, and you guys can see it's OD grain. But we want to break up this this pattern here, or lack of pattern, you should say. So I'm going to throw one of these Beez Combat Systems Predator Ghillie pack covers on it. Now these things, same material that the other Ghillie products are made out of. They also had the laser cuts so that you can add your own artificial leaves. Okay, the Ghillie dreads. You can tie in natural or artificial camouflage to this. Obviously, just like any of the other brands, it's going to come with some shot cord and a cord lock, and you're going to have to weave it in through the laser cuts on the exterior of the system itself. Okay, to attach this, I'm simply going to wrap this around my pack. And then once I got it around my pack, all I got to do is tighten it up. Using the cord lock and the cord itself. And then my excess cordage I can just tuck in underneath the Ghillie material. But you guys can see, I've got this sucker rigged up, and I just plussed up the camouflage of my pack. So again, I've added some artificial leaves to here, but I could throw in whatever, jute burlap. I could take some natural vegetation and tie it in there. So if you're gonna stage your pack somewhere in the bushes, hey, it's a good way to help conceal your pack. Okay, so that is the pack cover, and to take it off, I'm simply gonna undo the cord lock. And remove it. And that's it, guys. When not in use, just roll it up. And there you go. Stow it away. That is the Beez Combat System Predator Ghillie pack cover for the large ruck. Alright guys, that concludes all the gear that I'm going to review for this video. I'm going to show you one last piece of gear, but I'm going to dedicate a whole video for it in the future. But that is Beez Combat Systems multispectral cloak, and this will absolutely reduce your thermal signature. Okay, so again, not going to spend much time talking about this today. I'm going to do a full video on it in the future, but I wanted to show you guys the material up close, and you can actually buy this type of material cut into strips to add to all the pieces of gear that I showed you today to help further reduce your thermal signature. Okay, so again, look forward to that. This will be coming down the pipe here in the near future. That's it, gentlemen. That completes my review of this gear from Beez Combat Systems. If you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to check out my channel. I've already done several gear reviews, and I plan to do several more in the future. I also have more gear reviews from Beez Combat Systems coming down the pipe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment.